Alright, it's time to do some more of my favorite thing to do on this app, which is yap about life as a 23-year-old post-college. So I started an internship, and I'm working, the 9 to 5. For me, it's 7 to 4 or whatever. But you get what I mean, the normal kind of job that is a lot of people consider to be in the matrix. Some people might say they got me. Life finally beat me down, and I'm finally getting a desk job, working this internship. My plan is actually to go to grad school to either get my master's and or MBA now. Once again, getting back into the matrix. School is dumb, crowd, blah, 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 probably hate me. But I look at it very different than I used to. So when I came out of college, I was very against the traditional 9 to 5 job. I was like, I don't want to do that. That's not me. I don't want that in my life. I don't want to just feel like I enter the workforce and then just trade away 50 years of my life. And then I kind of went through the other options of that, kind of, trying to be a little bit of an entrepreneur, working in the fitness space, something I'm really passionate about. Didn't really work out, and then I went back into another passion that I kind of pursued before in working in the sports industry. Didn't really work out, and now I'm working for a construction management company, a little bit more of a traditional job. Construction management as in kind of the company that brings in subcontractors and kind of more of the business side of construction, blah, blah, blah. But so that's what I'm doing now, and, a lot of people probably see that and don't see it as being as exciting as entrepreneurship or working in a super exciting field like the sports industry, and I was one of those people, but I'm becoming more and more okay with it and actually feeling really good about it. And the reason for that is I've done so much self-reflecting in the last year. Once you kind of graduate college, you're like, whoa, I'm in the real world. I got to really figure out what I want to do with my life. And I've finally gotten to the point in my life where I'm looking myself in the mirror and it's like, okay, what do I really want out of my life? And for the first time in my life, I can say, I want to ultimately, my ultimate goal is to start a family and to really care and work on those relationships. And I want to appreciate the finer things in life in a non-selfish way. What do I mean by that? I think a lot of my goals and aspirations were for selfish reasons. They were for, public recognition. And I thought, starting a 9 to 5, working in a 9 to 5 job would be, giving up that dream. But I'm starting to see the real value in it. And what I'm starting to realize now is, yes, there's a lot of boring parts to that. And there's a lot of boring parts to other jobs, to any job, where you feel like you're a slave to someone, And as long as you can go to your job and be proud of the work that you're putting in, be proud of your end product, and feel respected at work and respected when you come home, that's all you really need. That's all you really need to enjoy the actual important parts of life. Like in the construction management company that I'm working for, these people do so much work. There is so much coordination that goes into building a building that I had no idea even existed, but it's actually crazy to see. And these people have to grind away on so many minute details that to the average eye seem very, very boring. But at the beginning of this project, and 2 years later where they build this massive building, and you can look at the beginning of the project where there was nothing there, and then there's this massive structure that you played a huge part in building, that's pretty cool. Like, you're being a part of something so much bigger than yourself. And I'm starting to realize the value in that, where I look at so many of these things in such a different light. I used to see confining to a 9 to 5 job as a negative thing, but I think that was my own immaturity, not realizing the value in it if you look at it the right way. If you go to your job every day and you unironically are like joking about how you're unimportant and you're just maximizing value to shareholders, like that common meme. And even though those are funny, you're just like trying to do as little as you can just to get by. You waste time here and there, and you don't take pride in what you do at all. You're just trying to punch in, punch out, and make your money hourly or whatever it is. Then, if you're doing that, you're not going to see the true value in this stuff. And of course, you're going to hate your job. You're going to hate, your life. But I'm seeing there's a real route to doing something more traditional, having pride in it, feeling really accomplished, feeling really respected by your peers, and then focusing your time building your own life for yourself, rather than in enjoying and appreciating the parts of your life that are meaningful to you, and not, just for praise from other people. So that's why I'm ultimately doing this internship right now, and then my plans to go to grad school, which is not something I expected to say a couple years ago. I was very against college. Even though I went to undergrad, I was very against the value of college beforehand as well. But now I'm even seeing, taking pride in going to your classes, studying hard, and actually learning. That's something I've matured a lot about in the last, year. Where my last 2 years of college, I didn't give a crap. And all of my friends would tell you that. Like, I would just do absolutely everything to just get by with a B or an A. And that's all that really mattered. And I didn't really care what I was learning. But, I don't know if I'm just starting to mature a lot. I don't know if it's the mass amount of self-reflection that I've had. But I want people out there my age to realize that you're not surrendering by, doing a more traditional job that isn't something, crazy, that people would, be so surprised when you say it. It's all about taking pride in it. If you say, maybe you're an accountant, and someone asks you what you do, and you say, oh, yeah, I'm an accountant, yeah, so boring. Or you say, oh, yeah, I'm an accountant, I really like my job, I take a lot of pride in what I do, and you, sound and give off that energy. People receive it two very, very different ways, obviously. And I think that can be reflected inward as well, in terms of how you appreciate what you do. And I understand this is kind of droning on and kind of yapping along, but I like to use these video documentaries, video logs, video diaries, whatever you want to say, as a way for me to think through my own thoughts and just kind of share my revelations, my times of, maturity over time, and share with people. Hopefully there's some people out there my age that kind of relate. Maybe you're starting to have the same thoughts as me, as, maybe this isn't so bad, and actually if I make myself the main character in my own life, I really should not be worried so much about how this looks externally, and a lot of my prior goals and aspirations may have been more selfish. So I'm on a different path now. I want to keep making these videos because I just enjoy it. But I like the path I'm going on. Like I said in the beginning, some people might be thinking, the world just beat me down and now I've fallen back into the matrix and they got me. But I really don't look at it that way. I think if you take pride in what you do and live life for yourself and your family, then you're already out of the matrix. Peace.